Hello and welcome to Joyfully Cooking. Today we'll be making chickpea a la king. Let's get started. So for this recipe, you want to start off with making the gravy. And for the gravy, you need 3/4 cup of distilled water, a 1/4 cup of flour, and we're using unbleached flour, a 1/2 cup of cashews, 2 tablespoons of chicken style seasoning, and I'll leave how to make that at the end of the video, 1 teaspoon and 3/4 of salt, and blend smoothly. And when it's done, go ahead and add it into a frying pan and turn it on to simmer. And with the remnants, go ahead and add 2 more cups of water. And then you can blend it or just shake it up. And then add in the rest of the water. And then start stirring constantly for about 2 minutes. So we've been stirring our gravy, and it should be getting thicker now, but not too thick that it has lumps in it. We want it to be a smooth consistency. So make sure your heat is on low, because if your heat is too high and you're not stirring it, then it will have the lumps and it won't be a smooth consistency. Okay, so now on our other bowl, in our other pot, you want to go ahead and add in our vegetables now. Okay, so you can turn that eye on and add in 2 cups of mixed vegetables, or any vegetables that you want, but we're using mixed vegetables, which has peas and corn and carrot. And then we're also going to add in a 1/2 cup of onions in there too. And then just for it to simmer, add a little bit of water in there. And stir that around. And let that, simmer for about 2 minutes. And then we'll add in our garbanzo beans. So while that's simmering, you want to go ahead and add in about a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. 1/2 teaspoon of some garlic powder too. And now back to the gravy. I just went ahead and turned it off because it's at that perfect thick consistency, but also smooth. So I just went ahead and turned it off because we don't want it to have any lumps. Okay, so now our vegetables are starting to steam, and now we're going to go ahead and add in our garbanzo. Our garbanzo beans soak overnight. Okay, so you don't have to soak yours overnight, but at least for 4 hours, because you get more of the nutrients when you let the garbanzo beans soak in water. Okay, so now we're just stirring in our garbanzo beans with our vegetables and our onions. Stir that all together. Remember, you don't have to use these vegetables, but these are vegetables that we're using, and you can add more vegetables if you want as well. Okay, so our vegetables and our beans now are cooked, and now we're going to go ahead and add in our gravy. And now you want to stir that all together. Okay, so after I finish stirring in the gravy and everything, I'm going to just let that sit now with the top and let it keep cooking just for a little bit. So our pot is sitting, and now we're going to go into our health tips for today. So now we're going to start with our health tips for today. So today we're making chickpea a la king, and we're using chickpeas or garbanzo beans. And garbanzo beans help with our arteries that many of times are clogged up with so much fat that we're eating from fried foods, foods that have so much high cholesterol, and it clogs up our arteries and even our colon. So as we eat garbanzo beans or chickpeas, what that does, it helps clean it out, and it does the work of a plumber, clearing out of our arteries, clearing out all the fats and the salt and everything that's not good for our arteries. In 2 Samuel, it shows that God said we should eat beans, even garbanzo beans, that would help clear out our arteries so we will not have these diseases as high cholesterol or heart blood pressure and many of these things that a high cholesterol diet and our arteries being clogged up will give us. And also, did you ever wonder in the 10 Commandments when it commands us not that thou shalt not kill, that it can mean for us not to kill our bodies? Because as we eat foods that are damaging our bodies, that are giving us high cholesterol, heart disease, increasing the chances of having cancer, that will eventually kill us. So when God tells us to not kill, He means by that we should not kill our bodies by even things that we eat. So the next time you go to eat something, think about it. Am I killing myself by eating something that is going to clog my arteries or give me heart disease or high blood pressure, increase the chances of having diabetes or cancer or any of that? And then also in this meal, we have many vegetables. We have our garbanzo beans and vegetables. We have corn, we have green peas, and we have string beans and carrots in our chickpea a la king. So we're having what God commanded us to have, vegetables, and then we're even having garbanzo beans, which is a power ingredient in this meal. So those are just a few good tips that you want to take note of. Now we're going to go back to the show. So here we have our chickpea a la king. We have the nice creamy gravy sauce mixed in with our garbanzo beans and our vegetables, and this all came together so good and delicious and very simple. So I hope you enjoy this meal and stay tuned for more joyfully cooking.